This was a video requested by one of the followers of the El Blanco, which is 1908, and the bank name change from El Blanco to Bank of the Philippine Islands in 1912. 1912 was the first note of the Bank of the Philippine Islands. The El Blanco 5 peso or 5 peso, there were 400,000 of those particular notes that were printed. Then you have the Hoard in the 1912. There's two signatures in 1912, the Hoard and the Senna. The Hoard, there's 850,000 that were printed. The Senna, there is 900,000 that were printed, but only a small percentage of those actually survived. They also did what they called a blackout print later on in life, so that also meant that the notes sort of disappeared from circulation. But here we have, if my wife can go over to the middle, you have the two El Blancos. They, in my opinion, are way undergraded, because frankly, even with an ultraviolet light, I cannot even see a fold. So I'm disappointed in the grading. So, very crisp notes, very square corners. All the corners are very square. Paper very white. Image very clear. And it was only given a 58. So, obviously, someone thinks there is a fold there, but there is no fold. Then you have the two latest items that I got, which was a 65, which I got at HA auction in December, I think that was, and a 64 at the same auction. You might have to go down and have a look, babe. Square up your... Right. Again, very nice notes, very clean. Image from front to back is very squared, very aligned. Paper's white, colour's very vibrant. The 64 is a little bit top centric, more aligned to the top, but there are, this note in particular is undergraded in my opinion. Got a very good image, very centralized front to back, very good colour. It should have been given higher than a 64. Then there are, this one is the best of the 64s by a long way. If you look at the other 64s, the colour is a little bit browner. It's not as white, the paper. So to me, this particular note, undergraded. But maybe the grader has no, how do you say, consensus to go by on previous notes, whereas I have many here and I can actually tell the difference. There's actually supposed to be a variation in this 1912 as well, in that the rays can be in the center, and well, it's like in the El Blanco they're very much centered, but in the 1912 there's supposed to be two variations where the rays, the pink rays, can be centered or off-centered. I haven't really looked whether I can see the difference on the notes that I have.
They're all same?
Yeah, they all look the same. So,
but the color, it's different?
Yeah, different grades. But yeah, all of these notes to the 64 are very nice, but this 64 is extremely nice. To me, if I put the 65 beside it,
They are look same, but there's a
No.
little bit stain there.
there's a slight fox mark on the side there.
Yeah, it is. So
Yes,
that's alright.
but to me, the note is more centralized than the 65. And you turn it over. Very similar. Very similar. So yeah, a number of 64s. Then there are a couple of lower grades in the very fine 30s. There's two 30s and a 25.
25.
So
See, it's a bit. What do you call this? Stain or what do you call that?
well, this has been in circulation. That's why it's got 30. And obviously there are, not that you can actually, you can see centerfolds and whatnot, a bit of staining.
Yeah, and fold as well.
Yes,
There's a fold in the middle.
yeah, there has to be.
All of it.
Well, even to get a AU, there has to be a single fold, and it can't be a longitudinal fold. It has to be a vertical fold.
So this one is good to collect, or they are rare or not?
They are high print run in the time, but given back in 1912, there of these hoards there was 850,000 of these printed, but not a lot actually survived in this condition. So there are a lot more in this condition. In the 25, you know, like in the 8 and above to 25. Then it gets rarer in the 30. Then it gets more rare in the AUs and how you say, very scarce in the 64. Rare in the higher than 64. Yeah, I like BPI notes because I like the, to me, what do you call them? BPI ladies. To me, the Spanish influence. It's very, very attractive note. The pink rays make it very attractive. Black and pink, blue seal, with the BPI lady. They're attractive notes. So all the way from 1912 to the last was 1933 in the BPI ladies. So they're a very nice note to collect, but hard to get them all. There are rarer items.
So do you know if who's person that designed this? No?
No. Do you know, babe?
No, I don't. I am asking.
I can look it up. But if you want to give me surprise, how you say, questions, that's okay. I don't mind. Okay, well, there's not a lot more that I can say about these notes.
Yeah, this notes, how many printed?
I've said it about 5 times. 850,000 of the hoard, 900,000 of the Senna.
Senna.
On the El Blanco, there was 400,000. But a lot of the notes get destroyed over time. So you can still find them, but not.
But hard to find all of this? No. It's
Hard.
still a lot of people collecting.
Every year more and more people collect, so it's supply and demand. The supply doesn't change, but the demand gets higher, so the price goes higher.
Okay.
So that's the advantage of collecting already scarce notes, is the hobbyist, the collector base gets larger, but the notes cannot get larger. So that's why the price.
Oh.
Yeah. But I'm going to let you be, babe.
So that's it, guys. So we have 165, and this one is at the back. Then this one we just bought from Heritage Auction, and we have how many? 64. 4 pieces of 64.
165.
And then 165. So that one. So this one. So,
but you can see
they are
64,
both 64.
in my opinion, is better than this one, and better than this one, and better than this one. This 64 is a standout. That's why
Yeah, it looks nice.
it should have been upgraded to a 65. Like the image front to back, very square. It's a little bit aligned to the left. Alright, very square on the front. Show me this one.
That one is from...
Same thing here. It's a little bit wider here, a little bit less there. This one, okay, that's 65. It's very square, front and back. Okay, yeah, this is definitely the best note.
Okay.
Followed by this one.
Yeah. So I will continue. So we have 2 pieces of 30. Traded 30. This one, it's a bit more stained and fold. And then 25. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.